Hello, it's the Randy Duck and welcome back for another video. Today I've got two replays to show you in the Tier 8 Chinese medium tank, the Type 59, which is also a Pref medium tank, so you have that Pref matchmaking. Now it's something a little bit different today. I've got two replays. One of the replays is with me and Petty, Batuned, with me using my replay. The second replay is actually with Petty and me Batoon again, but I'm going to actually use Petty's replay and talk over Petty's game. So yeah, it's a little bit different. We're both, also using this tank, both in the Batoon on both games, but just I thought I'd just show you one for me and one from Petty. So yeah, so here we are on Vineyards. Like I say, it's in a Pref tank, which is nice. Sometimes, it's just nice to play those Pref tanks, so you don't have to play your Tier 8 tanks against, Tier 10s all the time. And we're on Vineyards and it's team destruction, so you don't have to worry about being capped out. Now from this spawn, I like to push the other side, get up underneath the ridge. You can spot the tanks, maybe pick up some assistance damage if the team try and push you from your sort of camping team on the hill. And I prefer to push this side, especially when you've got the spawns of what we had there. So me and Petty are going to go together. We know we're going to have the support. There is two fun police in the game, something we've got to bear in mind when we're in this. If the fun police do start looking at us. But yeah, so we get to position now. Immediately, I'm just going to pop my food and actually just poke this ridge. This is just to try and get initial spots on any of the tanks which are there, which we do have. And now we're hoping that we can potentially pick up some assistance. One of their TDs is actually overextended, so I get one shot in. Hopefully Petty should actually get the finish there, and between us, we take out that enemy TD, giving us, getting a tank out of that game. We're looking at the mini-map now. We don't have a lot in the top right-hand side of the map, and I'm starting to think, that we potentially may lose that side, which is okay, but it means we have to pick up the pace and try and win this side quickly so we can collapse on the team. So that's what I'm doing. I get fortunate that I bounced that shot off the Skoda. I think he probably just hit my turret there. Where the turret on this tank, it can be fairly bouncy. We're both trying to focus out the same tank, because when you're in a platoon, you want to just try and take out one tank, and then it's less guns on you. So we put this Skoda onto a one shot. And I'm hoping Petty might be able to get the finish. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get that in with the stone cold over peaking, and I think Petty's took a lot of the damage, a lot of the shots at this point. I am actually still full health, so I'm trying to just finish off these tanks. So we have pretty much lost the other side now, so it means we really do need to win this side quickly, and then we're able to collapse on the enemy team. We don't want to be stuck here for too long. And then the enemy teams just take all control away from the map. So that's why we're pushing in, just getting rid of this medium tank. We do pick up our first kill, getting ourselves onto just over 2,000 damage. And this is still a fairly even game. But now we're just going to full send it across, because there may be a couple of tanks at the base, but the rest of the team, as you can see, have already won and started to push around. So we're going to try and push around, kill this fun police, get that tank out of the game, and then try and get round the back of the enemy team before they get too close, because it's going to take them a little while to break the sort of snipers on our base. It's not going to be easy just to push into that straight away, and if we can get there at the right time, we might be able to catch them open in there before they've crossed, and get some nice side shots onto the team. So I haven't been detected or spotted here at all, so that's kind of giving me the information I need to know that there probably are all on the right hand side of the map now, and there hasn't been anyone left in the base. T29 is get spotted in the open, and we're able to pick up some nice assistance damage and hopefully actually pick up the kill, which we do, putting us into 2,500 damage and confirming another kill. The ISM, we're trying to just get as many shots in as we can here before the escape. We're hoping we'd just be able to squeeze in another shot before he gets round. Maybe we should have gone for the track wheel there and tried to track him in place, but we don't. We do get a pen. We're just checking to see if he's still there. He's not, but we managed to pick up 3,000 damage, 1,500 assistance and 2 kills with only 5 tanks remaining. I'm feeling pretty good, because I'm lucky that I am full hit points here. So we're just going to go as quick as we can to where the damage is. We know exactly where all the enemy tanks are located now, and they're gonna get caught in a really awkward situation where they're gonna get shots fired at them from the hill. They're gonna get fun police shooting down on them, and now we're about to just have easy side shots onto these tanks while they are distracted. There's a KB2 there, but we spot this full health TD. We're full sending in, you know, because we've got a hit points, trying to get as much damage as I can. Unfortunately for Petty, though, he does just completely ignore me. And obviously Petty was on the one shots. Unfortunately, he does get taken out there. But, you know, fortunately for us, it does give us some more damage here to pick up on this TD. We are managed to squeeze him off. It's the last kill left, and that brings us into replay number 1. So let's just see how we got on the scoreboards before we move on to the second replay featuring Petty 360. So we get 3 kills, 4,000 damage, just shy of 2,000 assistance, and 1,000 block. We do pick up the high caliber and the ace tanker, and that's it for replay number 1. But with one more replay to come. Okay, so here we are for replay number 2. Which is Petty 360 in control in his Type 59. As you can see, I'm also in my Type 59, and we're platooned up with our buddy Jamis as well in the SCA2. So we have a full 3-man pref medium platoon here. There's 1 fun police in the game with 1 enemy light tank, and initially we're all gonna go to sort of the mid-ridge area. And see what we can do from there, basically. So you see Petty is obviously using the AP rounds, so yeah, unfortunately not something I do. So you do have to aim your shots a little bit more, just because they do have that slower shell velocity. But yeah, so as you can see, he's going to aim, get a nice shot there into Italian auto reloader, but needs to quickly get into cover because obviously he's caught in the open there. But the turret on this tank, yes, which you have that pref matchmaking against tier 8. Your turret, you can bounce a few shots off, so it is quite nice. And it does actually have, for a Chinese medium, you've got that 7 degrees of gun depression, which is quite nice actually for a Chinese medium. Just that little bit extra gun depression can help out. Gets a lovely shot there into the Becky Lynch, who's coming round. He should have the kill even if he eats 1 shot, but he gets taken out by the like in there, and that's why the enemy light tank out of the game. Going to try and punish the Brass there, which he does, because the Brass, a very dangerous tank, is essentially another light tank. He's looking to try and get another shot in. He goes through, tries to get the track wheel there to stop that Brass coming over the top, and thankfully that Brass obviously doesn't. He realises that it's not a good idea. We've got guns covering us there, and that's not the play to make. So that Brass does then get taken out. And the enemy team have pushed around and sort of won the bowl, which does, is an awkward situation to be in. But thankfully you have got me at the top there, also covering shots and things like this Tiger, which is pushing around. And he's now, we've tracked him in place, and managed to farm a little bit of a track assistance there and get rid of that tank out of the game, bringing it into a 12 versus 10. So we are 2 tanks up at this point, and we've almost sort of pretty much taken control of the mid-ridge area. It's just the tanks in a bowl, but the enemy does still have hill control. As you see, Petty is trying to punish that Brass on the hill, because it is awkward when you've got that hill control there. But that Brass has shot now, so that does give Petty an opportunity to come round, get round into this side, so the Brass can't actually shoot him in the rear. Unfortunately, the fun police is actually targeting Petty there, but he managed to get a shot there into that Pajero, putting him onto a 1 shot. But then this Bog Herrer is actually popping up, so he's looking to try and kill this Italian. He does, which is very useful. Now, unfortunately, Petty is awkward here because he can't necessarily stay here like this with the fun police just full targeting him, but also he can't push until he's at least got rid of one of these guns here on the side to get rid of the angle. Now he has got rid of that tank, he's going to go in on the Bog Herrer, because like you say, the fun police is looking at him. He's trying to get round to his side to make it as awkward as he can for the Bog Herrer to get shots at him, and he's just trying to evade that gun. Thankfully, he just manages to get around to get that shot in before he's able to get a shot into Petty there. Put Petty onto 4 kills and 3,000 damage, but there's only 4 tanks remaining. They are all going to be in the base, one of which is the Fun Police. So but he's just going to go over this ridge now, look to try and get some shots. He does get a nice one there into the Fun Police, into the artillery, which has shot now. He's looking to try and get the finish, which he does, putting him onto 5 kills with an opportunity to get the top gun there. Gets a nice shot into that TD. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to roll high enough there to pick up the kill, leaving him with just a few hit points. But he does just squeeze in that last shot and picking up the top gun. Bring this end to the replay. So yeah, that's it for the video. But yeah, you see Petty gets 6 kills, 4,000 damage, 700 assistance there. Gets the ace tanker, the high caliber, and the top gun. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, happy tanking.
Hadouken!